Be back bringing you full auto Knight of the Lake. Now this is a new DC boss that just came out, and honestly this boss is really cool. Design team really outdid themselves with this one. The music is good, the boss looks great, the animations and everything about it is honestly amazing. Now if only the balance team was this good. So I have a couple of teams to take on this boss with. Let's go ahead and check them out. The East Side has decided to show us some mercy here. The minimum score this time has been reduced to 4K, but not that high of a requirement. Actually something we can do in normal. Luckily, normal is relatively simple. You can honestly just lead Orca, throw in all your favorite awakens, and probably still get the minimum score, if not better than the score I'm about to show here. I'm just showcasing here that it's really not that difficult. We can use pretty much all free-to-play characters and still get the minimum score. Now I'd take off ×2 because ×2 reduces the damage you do, but also reduces the boss's damage, so it is what it is. Take it at you how you will, I guess. Tempest is definitely a decent ship. It'll make sure everybody stays alive, or at least it'll make sure Orca, but any tankier make sure she lives on this, to be honest. As you can see, his HP bar is just melting. Jumps into his next phase. Now all your units are silenced that are behind him, but fortunately that really doesn't matter much. Most of them aren't going to die, and if they do, they just get redeployed because we have a ton of DP. Since we have a ton of DP, might as well throw in a Hilde. Get some nice juicy shields and a front line that's never going to die to this boss. Honestly, Hilde is completely 100% replaceable. I just threw her in here because, hey, you know, she kind of gives a buff and everybody has her. Dude, this guy has some insanely nice looking abilities. I just love how behind him is turned into another dimension. Poor Jalen getting hit in the back. There we go. There's the 4K we needed. Actually 700 more points than we needed. But you know, it is what it is. Score and the DPS. With everybody ungeared, the ship wardens do more DPS than everybody else. Alright, so for gear, we just have, you know, a broken tanky set, 40% ground res, if I remember correctly, yeah. And then everybody else is just a chest maybe for some ground res, make sure they stay alive. Nothing too fancy. Of course, I didn't give Jalen a case, unfortunately. Forgot to. CDR set on the free-to-play one for Hilde. Why not? Alright, if you're actually wanting to take on the Hell difficulty, we have a full auto team for that. Not the best, it's only a day 1 comp, but it works. We have Orca Rivet for the CO damage here. Soyoon's got some nice backsteps that's helpful. Chinatsu's gonna keep our team nice and healed. Shifu's gonna sit here and take some hits for us and then tank the boss in the second half. We have Choi-Ina for some DP gain as well as tanking the hits from the boss's special, and then Sky and Yang for hospital. Now, you'll see when I show the gear that I did put a piece. Orca's gear is rather unique for this, honestly. I'll explain it later, but with a speed piece on her, she outruns just enough that Rivet doesn't die. I had a hard time keeping her alive for some reason, even with a ground rest case. Weirdest thing. Anyway, so important fact here. This is timed well for DP so that the special hits and not our Tifu there. If she's coming out too late for you, you might have to sit there and place ASY for Maria. Also, another note, if ASY does her backstep for any reason before this phase change here, you have to restart. You need a double backstep so she can get properly spaced for phase 2. Now after that, it's deploy the healers in the hospital and try to keep everybody up and alive. Kinda wish I had ground res A speed CDR set for my Sky. It might actually just be better to run her on CDR ground res. Or Rivet, just getting blasted away. And then that ulti is just nasty, unfortunately. It just kills my ASY. I couldn't find a way, even with all the guns, she dies. But hey, we have Hospital Orca out. So we're just gonna sit here and chill until we can redeploy our ASY and then gun down the boss. And to help with that, Tempest Shield. Fortunately enough, we get enough ultis here that it powers up ASY so that her auto attacks just pew the boss. Then he just fades away. That is such a cool boss. ASY taking top damage here. Not terrible. For gear, like I was saying, I have a single speed piece on her and 24% haste. Now Rivet, I had damage amp on. Honestly, I forgot to switch her to attack as I was trying a whole bunch of different things. I think attack's probably better than damage amp, but she had damage amp for this one. Tanky CDR for Chanatsu. ASY on Britta A speed gear. I went with Tanky Chifu CDR, and then went with full A speed on Choina to get as much DP as possible. Sky's on her usual Mage attack speeds, cooldown subs, and then Yang on Tanky skill haste. For my ship, for my ship, I went with Tempest. My socket's not very good. Not really adding much to the run. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps those who want to get a minimum score. I am interested to see how this 1 week season goes with changes. Also, happy holidays for those that have Thanksgiving this week. Hope everyone eats lots of turkey, gets some pumpkin pie, and just overall enjoys the holiday season. As always, feel free to leave a comment or catch me on Discord. Link will be in the description. Want to help support this channel? You can find a link in the description for that as well. And I'll see you all next time.